You're being lied to. The good news is we can do something about it. It's a much different environment. I've been talking about February 20th, 2026, and let me explain at a very deep level what that is. Everybody who doesn't actually watch the videos and just reads the headline, they don't understand what is actually about to happen. I'm going to show you the facts, figures, numbers, logic, the Epstein files being released, all the fraud being exposed is all part of a massive transition after February 20th, 2026, where darkness starts to come to light. And I want to make this very clear to you. I would highly, highly recommend that you get your shit together spiritually, physically, and financially. All darkness is coming to light. February 20th, 2026. If you know, comment down below. There's a big transition energetically where we move into the new era. Old systems are dissolving off. Financial institutions are going to get exposed. I'm going to show you how California is being exposed, how Epstein did a whole video on Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton actually caused the 2006 to 2008 housing crash. Think about this, guys. Right now, the cracks are coming. The tsunami of exposure is coming after February 20th. Now, there's a silver lining in this. There's a brand new system coming in that I've been sharing with you guys since 2020. We positioned ourselves from 2020 to 2025. That created financial freedom. And now we're locking in from 2026 to 2030. And that's going to create generational wealth. You have to get out of the price predictions. You have to get out of the emotions. And you have to take some thoughts and listen to this. JP Morgan said, millionaires use charts. Billionaires use astrology. I didn't say it. He said it. Why would a financier, someone who supposedly was on Jekyll Island that created the Federal Reserve System, say that millionaires use charts and billionaires use astrology? Take out the word astrology and put in the word cycle. That's what February 20th is all about. So we've positioned ourselves with a system, not a get rich quick. I don't care what asset you use, but you better learn how to beat inflation. Because I'll tell you what goes down will come up and what goes up will come down. So stop waiting for someone to save you. Stop following blind leadership and let's lock in. All right, so let's watch the first video. And today is all about exposure. That's what this is about. I'm helping you understand what is actually happening. The good news is if you create an ecosystem, your family can prosper through this. Unfortunately or fortunately, that's how the system works. So we're going to watch this about the fraud in California. This is part of the exposure. You're going to see brokers, financial institutions, anybody doing unethical or immoral things is going to get exposed.
One doctor billed the government $120 million in a single year, claiming to oversee 1,900 patients. With almost 2,000 hospice agencies, LA County has more than 36 states combined and 30 times more than either Florida or New York.
18% of the whole country's home healthcare billing is coming out of Los Angeles County. How is that possible?
And take a look at this map, a cluster of 287 hospice providers in a 2-mile radius, some in strip malls, unmarked buildings, even a wrecking yard and vacant lot.
All of it is just paperwork. I could fill that out in Kazakhstan if I want and get a hospice license waiting for me.
Okay, so we saw all the other exposure happening in the other state, okay, around the daycares. That's healthcare. Okay, they flipped the healthcare system. So let's listen to what Elon said on the Joe Rogan podcast.
It's not like one political party is going to be, pure devil or pure angel. There's, I think there's much more corruption on the Democrat side, but there's still some corruption on the Republican side.
Okay, all darkness is coming to light. Nobody's hiding from this, guys. Okay, so Grant Cardone posted this. He said Epstein on Bill Clinton's mortgage crisis caused a 2008 meltdown. Now, I'm not sharing this to upset you guys. I'm sharing this to give you awareness. This is how it works, guys. Okay? The 1% will always remain the 1%. And what you're experiencing right now is a system where we actually have access to be able to research. It used to be like you just trusted the government. You just trusted the news. That is getting completely fragmented. Okay. They know that decentralization is coming in. And so what's happening, they're trying to hold on to this old era. It's not going to work. Okay. You're not going to stop it. This is biblical. It's spiritual. It is coming. What you can do is get prepared.
The real enemy of the finance system was Bill Clinton. And if you ask me what and who caused the financial crisis, I would tell you it was Bill Clinton.
Because of what Bob Rubin and he did to the deregulate the financial system?
No. Because as of the last time we had our 60-minute interview, you talked to me about home ownership. And you asked me whether everyone should own a home. And I told you, no, it's too risky.
So the financial collapse of 2008 is because of hardworking African Americans, Hispanics, and whites who wanted to have a ownership stake in the society that all rests on their shoulders. They're the culprits.
No, not at all.
Okay, then
I didn't say they were the cops. I was pretty clear it was Bill Clinton.
okay.
Why was it Bill Clinton? Because Bill Clinton wanted to get votes from those people.
Sounds
And
familiar.
he sold them the idea that instead of renting in a house, and historically the values of houses have gone up, and he said, you guys in these local communities who haven't been able to afford a house before, I'm going to show you a way. I'm going to give you a way because I'm sure I'll get your vote.
Okay, so guys, what I'm going to teach you over the next year, I have a huge project coming out that's going to help you understand the historical implications of what he's saying right now. This isn't just Bill Clinton that did this, guys. 1913, the Federal Reserve made our dollar worth less. Okay, after World War II, our grandparents were sold safety, security, pensions, 30-year mortgage, the American dream. Guys, when you get a 30-year mortgage, you're borrowing against future labor. You're paid in someone else's debt. That's why I'm teaching you capital DR. This old system is dead. Okay. What he's about to talk about is subsidized mortgages. People live in homes that they can't afford. We're driving cars that we can't afford. The system is completely out of balance. And we are the victims of it every single time. They can print at the top, guys. The money is cheap when it's printed for them. By the time it gets to us, it's very expensive. We're on the wrong side of the quadrant.
That you can own a house because I want your vote. So what we're going to do is I'm going to let you buy a house, Mr. Bannon, when you really, you're right on the border, maybe, or not even on the border. Your credit is not good. Okay, let's be honest. And it's not my fault. It's not Bill Clinton's fault. But if whatever happens, at the moment your credit score or whatever it is, your credit's not good. Now, normally, you come to me and want to borrow money. I'm a bank. And I say, I'm sorry, Mr. Bannon, I can't lend you money because your credit score is not up to where it needs to be. Hopefully, if you work harder and clean up some of your problems, it will be. But no, what I say to you is I'm going to figure out a way to lend you, not give you. I'm going to lend you money anyway, though you don't have a good credit score. And don't worry, I'm going to get rid of the term that you don't have bad credit. Bad credit sounds pejorative. You don't want to be a person.
Sounds judgmental.
Yeah, it sounds judgmental. So what we're going to do is we're going to call your credit situation
Subprime.
Subprime.
Okay. I hope that you're understanding how important this is to your investing future. Like when you start to understand this is how the system works. Okay. Bill Clinton creating subprime mortgages, right? What was he? He ended in 2001, I think it was. And then they went into 2006 and they were giving non-income stated loans to people. What did they do? They monopolized the real estate market. And then Bitcoin comes out in 2009. Ripple comes out in 2012. Rosie Rios said the 43rd Treasury of the United States says she was responsible for bringing in a new currency. Guys, this isn't just some flip of this. This is planned out methodically. when you understand that the system has to change, you no longer, like JP Morgan says, millionaires use charts. That's why everybody's getting wrecked right now. And billionaires use astrology. You would realize if you were able to lock in for the next 3, we did. We locked in from 2020 to 2025. It changed our lives. We're not market sensitive. We've trained our warriors to be celebrating the red, fearing the greed, the green, because this is how the system works.
Oh,
You're the victim.
nobody knows what that means. Subprime. That means prime is good credit. Subprime is not good credit, less than good credit. So we'll call it something that people really won't follow. And we'll tell you what, we're going to have people lend you money, though you are a subprime borrower. And I will figure out some government agencies to guarantee your loan, though I don't think you're a good risk. So the banks say, no, no, no. We don't want, initially, the banks say,
Listen.
sorry, this is too risky, Mr. President, for us. We're in the business of managing risk. It's not our money. It's the hard-working people's money sitting in our bank. We can't lend to people whose credit is not prime. You're asking us to lend to people who are subprime.
This is so important. Listen.
And he says, here's the key. If you don't, Mr. Bannon, I'm going to make sure the Justice Department charges you with discriminatory lending because you refuse to lend to my subprimers. In business terms, you should never lend to. But what we'll do is I'm going to form an agency called Fannie Mae and Ginnie Mae, just another agency names. They'll guarantee your loan.
Yep.
So don't worry.
Subsidize.
Don't worry. You don't have to pay it back anymore. Even though and maybe you don't even have to work as hard anymore. That's probably a harsh statement, but these players, these two big,
Okay,
real.
so this is what's going on, guys. This is the exposure. This is what is happening in our system. So when you understand and you digest the reality, I mean, the pot calling the kettle black, right? You got Epstein calling out Clinton. Clinton's in the Epstein files. Like, disclosure is here, family. Okay. So you can sit back and argue and post about this and riot in the streets. I hope you understand and realize that the division and separation is because all this is coming to light. Ray Dalio shared us how this works. We're going into civil war and revolution within our own country. We coach people all over the world. And my clients in other countries used to see us as the shining star. They are literally looking at America burning down. That's what it looks like. Divide and conquer. Drunk in the Colosseum. The Trojan horse is coming in. So if you know this type of darkness exists and you know that that is the reality, you know that the devil is the prince of the earth, right? Then what would you do? Would you sit there and complain on Twitter or X or Instagram or TikTok? Or would you become a warrior in a garden versus a gardener in a war? Because we got plenty of gardeners in a war right now. We have plenty of gardeners in a war. Think about this for just a second. Let's talk real talk. You think if I'd grab these protesters off the street and I peel back the curtain on their life, they're living this perfect life financially, spiritually, and they're just walking on water and they're out there? No, none of us are. There's only one person who walked on this earth in perfection. It sure as hell is not me. Jesus Christ, who died on the cross for our sins. Perfection. Aim for perfection, knowing it's not possible. All of us are broken. All of us have darkness within us. And all of us have the free will to lock in and get our shit together. So it's about becoming a warrior in a garden, not a gardener in a war. It's about taking your complaining and your arguing and transmuting that energy into action. And not action against another soul or another person. Action in your physical walk. Action in your spiritual walk. Action in your financial walk. And I'll repeat this again. Millionaires use charts. Billionaires use astrology. JP Morgan. They got you, man, with the price predictions, the hopium, the hype. It's time to take sovereignty of your wealth. It's time to realize that only you and only you can fix it. So we know this is coming. We know all things are going to get exposed. We're so distracted. But the only thing we're distracted from is locking in and doing what we need to do. They got us disconnected from our nervous system. That's how it works. Look at the tree of life. As so above, so below. As so above, so below. The more they can disconnect you from your nervous system, if you see the tree, the roots, they go down into your nervous system. Where do the fruits come from? The roots. If they can disconnect you from the nervous system, you're planting bad seeds, therefore you get bad fruit, and it repeats over and over and over again. So here's why I created a system. I love red markets. Absolutely adore them. Our warriors are getting wealthy when it's red, and we're getting wealthier when it's green. So here's how we operate. It's called capital DR. C is cash flow. A is appreciating assets. I don't care what you invest in, but you have to beat inflation. And why do we do cash flow? Because cash is trash. It's deflated 96 to 97% since the Federal Reserve was created. Okay. And they're going to print more money than you've ever imagined. And they're printing right now. And P is protection. You have to have defense. Most of you operate in just an offensive strategy. Offense looks like this: 401ks, crypto. An example, 2006 to 2008, your parents tried to retire. And what happened? They got their teeth kicked in because they were in a 401k and they didn't time it correctly. That's not a retirement. That's gambling. The creator of the 401k is quoted saying that I made a product that made Wall Street wealthier. I know this is tough to hear, but this is a reality. This is what we're facing. And the only person that can fix it is you. XRP to $1,000 isn't going to fix it. Bitcoin to $1 million isn't going to fix it. Your plan and your discipline in creating cash flow and protection and defense is going to fix it. So P is defense. We have offense, which is A. P is defense. Things like insurance, precious metals. I like Berkshire, right? These are defensive mechanisms that hold value during this part collapsing. Then we got L, leverage. This is the issue with Americans. Leverage should only be done when you've created cash flow, you've bought assets, you've created protection, then you leverage to buy more cash flow and assets. What we do as Americans is we get income, which is different than cash flow. We get paid in someone else's debt. We take our income and we monetize more debt. We leverage over here, and it takes away our ability to get assets. And then we can never appreciate them to protect them. And then what happens is in 2006 to 2008, the markets, the A comes collapsing down in your 401k, and you're screwed. You're buried in debt. You're taking away future labor. You're getting paid in someone else's debt. And then you retire. They tax you on something that deflated over 35 years in half, which is your US dollar. Guys, the game is designed for you to lose. So all you got to do is create a system. Richest Man in Babylon, Think and Grow Rich, Cash Flow Quadrant, Secrets of the Millionaire Mind, Wisdom of King Solomon within the Bible. Okay, it's all there. It's biblical. And that's why, take out the word astrology, he's talking about a cycle. They all know, whoever they all know February 20th is coming, guys. They know at a deep level that February 20th is coming. Okay, so here's what the markets look like right now. They're looking absolutely beautiful. Bitcoin at 78,000. XRP, my top two. Where's XRP at here? Sitting at 161. God, what a blessing. What a blessing. It's all about mindset, baby. Okay. So we got markets at total market caps at $2.6 trillion, right? Think about that. Here's the relevance of this is NVIDIA is bigger than the whole cryptocurrency market. That's how early you are. Okay. So this right here, I want you to go down below the description of this YouTube video and download Merlin. You get it 30 days free. This is my company. We created this so you can keep your crypto safe. Okay. When you're traveling around, use Merlin to look at your exchanges, to look at your crypto. It's an interface. It's not connected to your crypto. So wherever you're traveling around, connecting to Wi-Fi's, use Merlin, guys. It keeps your crypto safe. You can see all your exchanges in one place. It's an interface. And check this out. This is why we win. We pull profits. Okay. We help you understand how to create an exit plan. For example, this XLM has a 50-50 exit plan. This is our demo account. Okay. Then you put in your price target and you put in the percentage you want to pull, and it tells you exactly how much to pull. So when you're cruising along, you're sitting with your family, we'll send you a text or an email, and it says, hey, listen, Mrs. Jones, you're about 10% away from $1.60. Go ahead and go to your exchange and calmly exit the market, right? As everybody else tries to get greedy. Okay. So if you go to get started here, you can see all the different exchanges. We got how-to videos. And just to let you guys know, we're beta testing right now, and it's coming very, very soon, is a tool that a 3-year-old can build out their exit strategy. We're about to differentiate ourselves from every other crypto tracker and exit strategy plan in the world. This is going to radically transform the way that people build exit strategies. We are about creating simplicity. We're about you going back and touching grass and being with your family. So what I'd like you to do is go down to the description of this video, click the link, get more than 30 days free. Try it before you buy it. Go to my social media platform, click the link, get it 30 days for free. You will absolutely love it. So I appreciate you guys. I really, really love you guys. My hopes with all of this is that we can grow together. That's my hopes. And I also want to let you guys know, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the notification button. I'm now changing my pattern. I'm going live every Monday morning and every Friday morning to answer your guys' questions. So Monday morning and Friday morning now, I'm going to be going live. And then we are also designing a show, which I'm super excited about. We're going to be bringing on Mario, Gonzo, Jackie. Some of my insurance team is going to be coming on board. My CFO, Jeremy. We actually are building our podcast studio over here. We're bringing the live show back with our group, and we're going to bring the coaches to the forefront. And we're going to have a Joe Rogan style podcast. We're going to have some fun. We're going to answer questions. We're going to talk about the markets. And we're going to be designing that show probably here in the next 4 weeks. I'll be heading on a spiritual journey coming up here soon. Probably about 4 weeks. Hopefully we'll get it done before then. We'll have a consistent show on Friday where you can come on, you can ask questions of all the coaches, and want to bring them to the forefront, and we're going to have some fun with you guys. So make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit the notification button. I'm going to be live every Monday and Friday for me, and I'm excited to be with you guys. So bring your questions. I'll do the best I can to answer as many as I can. Warriors, let's get your shit together. Love you guys.